Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 8 Russian tank destroyer, the ISU-152 with that big derp gun. I think it's called the BL-10. Otimpo Milk Goken from NTF clan in the T-49. Fucking F1 platoon. He's obviously not too happy seeing Ha Nora in his Super Pershing and Heli Gamer in his ISU-152. Calling them fucking noobs. Well, that's lovely. Panzer Cop v Panther from Navi Clan. Let's see how you go in this game. Because some people think that World of Tanks is exclusively for them and nobody else is allowed to play it. And they don't like new players or players that are slowly getting better. But if Heli Gamer can play every game like this, he will be an absolute champion in no time. Looking at the E5, lining him up. Can he hit him from there? Ooh, he tracks him. Tracks the E5, allowing his teammate and his platoon mate as well to put some damage into it. Looks like VN Goes Shadow on the other side in the Object 261's a bit angry with his team as well. You've got to love some of the chat that comes out in World of Tanks, especially on the Southeast Asian server. Looking at the mini-map, Heli Gamer's team have taken over the field in this side, and he puts a very handy 830 damage into the E5, the Tier 10 American heavy tank. Remember, he's only in a Tier 8 tank destroyer. I think where he's sitting now is probably as aggressive as he wants to be. He's using the camouflage of the bushes and trees around him to make sure he remains unspotted. I haven't seen his 6th sense go off, but it could have, I'm not really sure. Maybe he doesn't have 6th sense in this tank. Looks like he has been spotted. He bounces a shot, I think it was from the Leopard, as he tries to get a sneaky shot into the town. Looking at the mini-map, the VK4502 has found some enemy tanks, as Heli Gamer puts a shot into the M103. The M103 being the Tier 9 American heavy tank, as he waits for his reload. Sometimes it can be painful to reload in the ISU-152, but once it's loaded and aimed, it's pure bliss. Puts another 837 damage into the KV4. Brings his damage count up to 2338. Not a bad start to the game at all. It's 4 apiece. It's still early days. There's still plenty of opportunity for Heli Gamer 564 to do even more damage. Unlucky. Bit of RNG there. Just misses. Looks like it might have got one of those rocks. The M103 is probably sitting behind some rubble or some remnants of a building. It's like a bit of a bomb site out there. The hero from Navi looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Gone forward and he's been taken out by the E5. That sounded like artillery, but I think if artillery had hit him, it would have been good night Irene. T49 is spamming the chat. Obviously not happy with the way this battle is going. But Heli Gamer, he's focusing on his own game. He's trying to get some good snipey shots into those Tier 10 heavies. Looks for a shot on the light tank and gets it. 722 damage into the Spic. Was it a Spic? No, T49. I don't know why I thought it was a Spic. Maybe I'm going bananas. Quite a few tanks in the centre of town. They're down by 2 tanks. Haranora and his Super Pershing doing a good job keeping him lit for his platoon mate. T49 gets rid of the E5. Very handy tank to get rid of. Unfortunately, VN Ghost Shadow, the Object 261, takes out the Super Pershing. Can often be a hard map to play in artillery, but he was obviously in the right place at the right time. Sneaky Australian gets taken out. Spic. But the Leopard feels the pain and Heli Gamer sets him on fire. puts 1118 damage into the tier 10 Leopard tank, while the T-54 lightweight, who's protecting the base, protecting artillery, snipes him out for the kill. Great job by the Batchat, taking up 2 kills, getting rid of the AMX 1357 and the Scorpion G with his clip, leveling the scores up a bit. Then he takes out the tier 8 Russian artillery piece and makes it 1 up. Is this going to be a win? It was looking pretty dire for a while there. The T-54 lightweight doing a good job keeping that IS-4 lit. Hopefully the artillery drops a bit of shit on his head because he's on 2204 hit points. And Heli Gamer is hoping that he pokes out and gives him his side. Looks like he might be. He's moving forward, so Heli Gamer aims up. He knows it takes a little while to aim the ISU-152. Batchat moves back. He's probably reloading. We're just looking on the minimap where the Batchat is. Oh, he's got the side of his turret. Bounces, unlucky. He knows he's probably spotted here. Looks like he doesn't have 6th sense. The IS-4 you'd imagine would spot the big flash coming out of the big BL-10 gun from that distance, but looks like he's still aiming at the T-54 lightweight. So Heli Gamer does exactly the right thing and puts a shot into his side, taking the tier 10 heavy tank out of the game. Now they're up by 2 tanks here. They've got 2 tier 10 tanks versus 1. Now Heli Gamer gets a shot from that KV-4. He can't turn around, so he's got to keep moving forward, keeping his tank hugging up against that building, try to maintain some kind of angle. The KV-4 looks like he's reloaded, but the M53, M55 takes him out just in time. It's now 12-9, and he finally gets to turn around. It's painfully slow, but the AMX AC-48, the tier 7 or the tier 8 French tank destroyer, gets taken out of the game by T-54 lightweight. Now the Batchat and the T-54 lightweight working well together with the T-49 as well, running down the middle of the map, trying to find out where artillery and the last light tank is. Heli Gamer, he's actually paused to recommend his clan to Knight of Fire, who's obviously looking for a clan, before he starts trundling off again in the slow but strong ISU-152 with that big derpy gun. You can see he's done nearly 5,000 damage here. He's just waiting to see if he gets shot at by anything. Batchat, the T-54 lightweight, have already covered half the city from the other end, and there's the object 261. At this point in the game, all the light tank who was sniping as well as the Batchat, they're fighting over who gets to put the killing shot into the object 261. Yeah, getting up nice and close, but they don't want to do anything until he fires. Unlucky for Heli Gamer. Heli Gamer nearly got the winning or the killing shot into that artillery piece, but the game is already done, and a great result from Heli Gamer. It is ISU-152, a Mastery Badge Ace tanker, which is pretty hard to get in that tank. It's a pretty popular tank, so obviously the Mastery Badge goes by the average damage that people have done, and it goes on how you go compared to other players in that same tank. That's what determines the first class, second class, third class, and the Ace tanker Mastery Badge. He's picked up a Confederate tank as well as a high caliber for doing at least 20% of the total hit points of damage to enemy vehicles, which is a pretty hard thing to do in a tier 8 tank destroyer, especially when you're in a tier 10 game. Now have a look at the results. Heli Gamer, 4,841 damage. Only picked up the 1 kill, but you got to think, with that big derpy gun, it's not your job to kill tanks. It's your job to take a big chunk of their health out, and that's exactly what Heli Gamer did. Nora and his Super Pershing, pretty unlucky. He did a lot of spotting at the start of the game, and you can see he picked up nearly 1,400 spotting damage. By getting into that central position in the city, which wasn't a bad thing to do. That allowed Heli Gamer to put some shots in from the field into those heavy tanks that were in the middle of the city. Not a bad game from the Batchat either, with 3,500 damage. This dude, the Panzer 5 Panther, we'll call him, from Navi clan, who was quite critical of the platoon, managed nearly 2,000 damage. So you're only 500 hit points off half what the tier 8 tank did. And of course, the other guy who was quite critical, I think, was the T49, who did 854 damage and 380 spotting damage. Awesome game there by Heli Gamer 564. A massive game in the ISU-152, and those people who were critical at the start of the game get stuffed. Handy little profit, nearly 10,000 profit. That's with a standard account. Premium account would have been a little bit more, but I'm tipping he might have fired some premium ammunition, bearing in mind he was firing at some pretty heavily armoured tanks, especially with the IS-4 and also, of course, the T110E5s. An awesome game there by Heli Gamer. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've forgotten how good the Tier 8 Russian tank destroyer was, the ISU-152. It's been that long since I've had one. I've forgotten how much fun they can be. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.